the divorce rate is nowadays? About 40 to 50%. Which means a lot of wealthy, successful men in their 40s and 50s are getting divorced and looking for a second wife. Here's the thing though, do not listen to broke men saying that wealthy men are only gonna go for 25-year-old hot models. Jeff Bezos, richest man on earth, he just got engaged, and his fiancée is in her mid-50s. Also, I never get the point of walking day. Why would you go on a walk with someone? You're not a dog. I also forgot to say that my friend is 6'3" and in great shape. Do you know how many women are queuing up to go on walking dates with him every single weekend?
Ladies, gentlemen, and chads throughout the world, welcome back to another episode of Women Dating Over 40. So, without further ado, guys, let's check how these women are dealing with the fact, coping with the fact that they've waited for too long.
If you're in your late 30s or early 40s and recently single and thought that no one would ever want you, I've got great news for you. Do you know what the divorce rate is nowadays? About 40 to 50%. Which means a lot of wealthy, successful men in their 40s and 50s are getting divorced and looking for a second wife. Here's the thing though, do not listen to broke men saying that wealthy men are only gonna go for 25-year-old hot models. Jeff Bezos, richest man on earth, he just got engaged, and his fiancée is in her mid-50s. Bill Gates, who's 67, his girlfriend, Paula, is 60. My point is, girlfriend, if you're a mature single woman, you are hot on the market. The only thing you have to do, though, is to make sure that you're in your best shape. Because successful, wealthy men love a woman in incredible shape. The good news is, anyone can get in shape if they eat well and work out. So the power is in your hand, girlfriend. If you get in shape and take care of your skin, I promise you there will be no shortage of high-quality wealthy men chasing after you. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Now share this video to a girlfriend that you care.
So, a little fatphobic from you to say that women have to be in shape. I mean, what happens to the girlies who are overweight or in larger bodies? I wouldn't tolerate that on the channel. If you haven't been around the block on this channel, I'm being absolutely sarcastic. But guys, what happened to Jeff Bezos? He got divorced and his wife became the richest woman on planet Earth just by divorcing him. She didn't have to do anything just by divorcing him, right? She became the richest woman on earth. Do you want that to happen to yourself? Now, granted, you're not the richest man on earth. If maybe you're Elon Musk watching this, but otherwise you're not that rich, right? But still, whatever money you have, why lose it though in a divorce, right? Am I right? Who wants to deal with this? Now, second question that we have to ask. Okay, let's say that there are a lot of wealthy men out there looking for a nice wife. What makes you think that you are going to be that wife? That is my question. What entitles you to a successful man who is a millionaire? It's a question this woman hasn't stopped to think. But now, guys, let's move on to more dating advice.
Hi, okay, for all my ladies who are sick of the dating apps and the constant swiping and matching and unmatching and all the money it takes and all the effort and all the getting ready and planning all these dates just to...
Sorry, money did you say? What money are you investing into dating? What money exactly? Guys pay for the meal. Guys oftentimes pay for the traveling. So what money? Ah, the one you put on makeup, which guys didn't ask for in the first place. That's on you.
Just not like these guys. I understand. It is not fun at all to be entering another year of your life where it feels like everyone around you is single and people you're meeting on these dating apps are just trying to find the next best thing constantly. Well, guess what? Go ahead and delete those apps. That's right. Delete them. Pull them up. Delete them all. Because I got good news for you. I'm teaming up with the matchmakers at Selective Search to help find you all matches, because I know I've gotten comments, DMs, a million social media messages. Everyone wants to find a match, and finally, we get to do it. Selective Search is a matchmaking firm here in Chicago, but they match people everywhere, all over the country. They have some of the best matchmakers and actually the highest success rate in the entire industry. And the reason this works so much better than dating apps is because they focus on matches being two-way fit. So not only are both parties describing one another, but Selective Search is actually going in and screening to make sure that anyone that you're being matched with aligns in the same goals, values, lifestyles, and a number of other factors. So it's
Guys, the problem with women is not that they don't find men who align with their values. The problem with women is that they're going for the top 5% of men. Alright? Like, let's not pretend that women are single just because I cannot find that traditional man who is a Christian and aligns with my values. It's just, he doesn't align. No. The problem with women, again, is that they're dating the same guys. So this is why, no matter what type of matchmaker you go on, these women will stay single, guys. Okay, changing the matchmaker is not going to solve the problem. The problem is within themselves. And it's a massive red flag for a woman to need a matchmaker, alright? It just speaks of the fact that you are not good enough to secure a man. Men chase after women. You don't need to do anything. Just exist and you will have options, alright? Breathe air and you will have options. The fact that you need a matchmaker already says a lot about you.
Basically, like, your friends matching you up. So go to my bio, fill out the candidate profile. It's going to ask you a ton of questions about yourself and what you are looking for in your match. And then this will allow you to potentially be matched with one of Selective Search's eligible bachelors or bachelorettes. Again,
guys, what do you bet that men filing these profiles say something along the lines of, I want her to be attractive, I want her to be a decent human, I want her to be loyal, I want her to be, I don't know, maybe Christian if they're Christian, something like this, you know? Women, on the other hand, oh, I want a guy who has a lot of money, but at the same time has a lot of free time to spend on me. I want a man who is masculine and traditional, but at the same time allows me to do whatever the F I want. You know, all these things that are impossible to match, this is what they're writing on their profiles.
Again, this is completely free. It's complimentary. And I think that this is 1,000 times better than swiping on a dating app, because a matchmaker is intentionally matching you with this person. That's right, ladies. We're about to find the men, not the boys. This is where we separate them. I could say this works because I have friends who have found their husbands through this frickin' team. So it is worth a shot. If you were on the ground in a dirty bar eating grapes under a table on New Year's Eve at midnight, this is worth a shot, right? Go sign up, get your profile started. Hopefully your next first date will also be your last. And bye, say bye to those days.
So all the miserable single women who have been dismissing the good men all their lives and picking the same bad boys are so desperate now that they need this sort of Power Rangers, you know, all the matchmakers, you know, bunching up in one massive force, one massive ball of energy, like the Power Rangers, you know, all of them uniting together to find the best matches. My question is, what kind of matches do you expect that are not already on dating apps? Like, what do you think? That the high-value men are not on dating apps? They are all waiting around for those matchmakers to find them someone? Like, what are we talking about? You think there are two leagues? The high-quality men are all waiting for their matchmaker while the low-value men are on dating apps? It's the same man that you're going to meet, all right? The only difference being that on dating apps, you do the assessment, these matchmakers do it for you. That's the only difference. If you've been dismissing good guys for the last 10 years on dating apps, you're not gonna find success with a matchmaker, all right? This is just pathetic, guys. Now, let's go to more women, and this is the first one that we covered. She comes again with her incredible wisdom to shape the future of all those miserable single ladies.
Girl, you should never ever accept a walking date or a coffee date. I've said this so many times, but I'll keep saying it until my last breath. Let me tell you what men told me about walking dates and coffee dates. A guy friend of mine who's an associate director at a commercial bank makes about 6 figures a year, and he's building his own business on the side. So he's super busy, super ambitious, definitely a high value man. However, currently he's not looking for something serious because he's too busy building his business, right? So here's what he told me about his dating approach. We're based in London, so there's like River Thames by London Bridge. Here's what he does. He will literally arrange 5 to 10 walking dates by the river. So he will walk a girl from one side to the other side of the river, and then pick up a second girl and walk back to where he came from, and pick up a third girl and then walk back to the other side, and so on and so forth. I'm not joking, girl. My mind was blown when I heard that, because it's a very good friend of mine and he's a really great guy, but currently dating is not his priority. And this is what men do, girls. When a man takes you out on a $5 coffee date or a walking date, he's definitely dating multiple women at the same time. Also, he's definitely not looking for anything serious and long term. Also, I never get the point of walking day. Why would you go on a walk with someone? You're not a dog. I also forgot to say that my friend is 6'3" and in great shape. Do you know how...
You forgot to mention. Well, that's rather shocking, guys. I thought that this man is getting 5 to 10 dates a day because he has a nice personality. But it turns out he's making 6 digits, he's in great shape, and he's 6'3". Wow, what a coincidence. It just so happens that most modern women, like 80% of them, are going for those sort of guys. Coincidentally, guys. Maybe it's their zodiac sign. They share a common zodiac sign. I don't know. Wow, what a coincidence. You know, what a freaking coincidence that this man is pulling the girls. What a surprise, honestly. And yes, he's taking them to coffee dates because he doesn't give a crap about them. But what is the result of not giving a crap? Ah, they're still dating him. That's curious. So, I see a common pattern here. It seems like the men who are not making 6 digits and are not 6 foot tall and are not, you know, Chad looking, they are not getting the options no matter how much they try, no matter if they take those girls on fancy restaurants and 5-star restaurants and gifting them flowers and writing them poems. It seems that for them it's not working. However, the men that don't give a flying crap about these women and just take them on $5 coffee dates, they get to smash them and break their back, okay? Wow, what a coincidence, gentlemen.
How many women are queuing up to go on walking dates with him every single weekend? I'll keep the number to myself, but I'm telling you that you don't want to be one of them. Follow me for more dating advice.
No, that's literally what you want to do. Oh, you don't want to be one of them. Well, why does this man have 5 to 10 matches a day? Because women, that's what they want. They're addicted to anxiety. They think that they deserve the top 5% of men who guys, this is a director of a bank, all right, and he's making 6 digits. And of course, he's 6'3", which is an incredibly low percentage of society is that tall. Just genetically, you know, you can blame your parents, guys. You can go to your parents and say, damn it, father, it's your fault that I'm not 6'3". You've ruined my dating life, right? Blame them, all right? Guys, it's absurd what these women are after. And then they wonder why these guys don't commit. Why will they commit? They have 1,000 women just like you. 1,000 women that look like you, have the same body counts or higher. They are also single and miserable. They have been choosing the same guys for the same amount of time. It's so easy. They take them on a $5 date and then they bend them over. It's that easy, guys. They don't have to do anything. Yet you are coming to the average guys and telling them, no. I know that the other guy paid $5 and then spread my legs and pumped and dumped me, but you have to take me to a nice restaurant. I'm not a dog. I'm not gonna go on a walk. Treat me like a princess. Treat me like a queen, even though the other guy is, you know, treating me like a common 304, like a free professional stitute. No, you have to put in the effort. You know what, madam? Go to hell. But now, guys, let's move on to our last video.
I need my algorithm to give me more people who are 30 and like just starting over.
Hi, 32-year-old baby here. So at 28, I leave my cushy, prestigious corporate job to start a candy company. But no problem, right? Because I'm married and my husband is about to graduate from one of the top business schools in the country. So it's not even that risky. Psych, because within 6 months of quitting my job and getting married, I am getting divorced. And the pandemic hit. But a couple months into the pandemic.
So that's it. We're not gonna mention why we got divorced. I mean, this woman is not even admitting that she initiated the divorce. Idan, how do you know that? I just know, alright? One of the powers of being a mommy. No, I'm kidding, guys. I'm not Nostradamus, alright? It's just always the same story with these women. She got into a marriage of 6 months and immediately left because the grass was greener, because the spark was gone in 6 months, because whatever not. The reasons are 1,000. But it just insults me a little for you to not be honest with your viewers and not tell them that you initiated the divorce, alright? It's not your man cheating on you. If that was the case, she would have mentioned, oh, he cheated on me, I was left behind. They like the attention, right? If this was the case, she would have mentioned. No, guys, she left him for whatever dumb, crappy reason. Let's continue.
Pandemic, and a few months before I turned 29, I launched my candy business. Yay, right? No, absolutely not. This is the beginning of one of the most major flop eras of my entire life. The company was chaotic as fuck. I was not prepared. We almost flop 100 times. Everything that could go wrong goes wrong. I'm also basically learning how to date for the first time. That's its own source of chaos. So in 2022, I'm 31. I've been running the company for 2 years, and I'm like, we either need to shut this thing down or basically start from scratch. But shutting down didn't make sense because so many people loved our candy. But like I said,
you know why that's an interesting take, guys? the thing she just mentioned, that shutting down was not an option, because you didn't give your marriage the same effort. You didn't put into your marriage the same effort that you're putting into your candy business. Why didn't you shut down your business? I mean, you say that it was chaotic, it was a flop, it wasn't returning the investment. Why did you keep there? Maybe because businesses require a ton of work, a lot of investment before they can flourish. Nobody opens a business and within the 6 months everything is perfect and oh, I just made $1 million. I didn't know it was that easy. No, it's hard. That is why people try. Yet you don't apply the same rules to marriage. It's not working? Nah, F him. I'll go find something better. I can go dating and find a lot of men that want me for what's between my legs. So yeah, the grass must be greener. I deserve something better, right? This woman is treating her business deals in a much profound way than her marriage, where the vows are till death do us part. Did this guy die? Okay, is that the case? Hey, if he's dead, I can get why you got a divorce. Well, you wouldn't get a divorce in that case, but I will understand why you're single. Yet that's not the case, guys. These women don't give a crap about marriage. They don't respect marriage. They don't think it's holy. They don't respect their husbands. They are absolutely opportunistic, like some petty little vulture. They just think they can get something better. And this is why men are not willing to marry anymore, alright? It's not a great deal. Just, it shocks me, guys, that there are so many women out there that treat their bosses way better than they treat their husband, alright? Their boss, who doesn't give a crap about them and they're absolutely replaceable in their workplace, they treat their bosses in a much better way than they treat the person who supposedly they love, their soulmate and the father of their kids. Really sad.
Running this business had literally taken everything out of me for those first couple years. But we decide to burn the whole thing to the ground and basically rebuild the entire business brick by brick. So last year, 2 months before I turned 32, we relaunched the business. And in the meantime, all that dating chaos that I mentioned, I start talking about it on this app. And I get a cute little following on here of people who want to talk about that stuff. And in all of this, I somehow figured out how to live between New York City and then wherever the hell is warmer than New York City, which could be Mexico City sometimes it's LA, but just being able to hop around to wherever I want to be. And since relaunching the company, everything has really just clicked. I don't know what the future holds. There is still so much uncertainty, but I have just never felt more happiness and peace. And I have never loved myself more than I do right now. Like burning your entire life to the ground and then rebuilding it brick by brick.
I mean, maybe that's what your marriage needed. Just go to your husband, tell him, I don't think that this is working, I don't feel good, there are problems, and then instead of turning your back around and leaving with your ass between, with your tail between your legs, just telling him, what can we do? I promised that I will be with you till death do us part. We have this problem, let's fix it, let's walk through it. Guys, her marriage lasted 6 months, alright? Like, how many conversations, how many attempts at trying to fix whatever the problem was do you think there was? Absolutely pathetic. Maybe your marriage needed that little bit of attention and effort from your side that you put in your business. Because you see, that's how businesses work. Something doesn't work, it's not going well, you try again and again and again until you succeed, alright? Everybody who has a business knows this. This is how you succeed in sports, in business, in everything. And yes, in family especially. You need to be compromising, you need to be understanding the other person. You need to work. These women, guys, they feel like they are some Disney princess that they get into a marriage and they lived happily ever after. End of the story. No, that's not how life works. These women, guys, are absolutely imps and harpies and demons to be around, alright? You don't want to be married to one of these women. She will absolutely trash your life, ruin your sanity, and will be the worst thing that has ever happened in your life. I hope this is what they deserve, guys. I don't even hope it, okay? I don't feel joy out of seeing these women suffer. It's just what they deserve. They deserve to be single, miserable, alone, pass away alone, and even for their cats to not love them. This is what they deserve through their actions, through their understanding of the world. It's what they do to men, right? So it's only fair. Thank you for watching, gentlemen. Leave me your comments down below, and I'll be happy to see you next time. Have a good one.